The world is always going to seduce us into thinking that it is real, that it is important, that it is deserving of all of our energy, our attention, our devotion. This is the relative world. Without any reference to the absolute, it gives you nothing, nothing, nothing. When all is said and done, you have nothing. So it happens, you live here for a short time, then you're gone. And whatever was important to you, your life, your loves, your relationships, your nationality, your country, your this, your that, all zero and less than zero. We don't even remember it.
Пусть они поверят. И пусть посмеются над своими страстями. Ведь то, что они называют страстью, на самом деле не душевная энергия, а лишь трение между душой и внешним миром. А главное, пусть станут беспомощными, как дети. Потому что слабость велика, а сила ничтожна. Черствость и сила – спутники смерти. Гибкость и слабость выражают свежесть бытия.
No risk, no game, this is under law. A sort of conception of law. But all risk, no game, this is above law. Above law. We are aspired after to come after such autocracy, high degree of autocracy. We have to try to come in his connection. Our aim, our ideal is so high. It is uncertain. He is autocrat, he is free, and we have to tackle him. Such independent. All risk, no gain. That sort of ideal we should be after. Lives together. All risk, no gain. No gain, and he does not be bribed by anything in this. What is attainable, only risking and risking and risking. And not only that, again about risking everything, he feels that I can't risk. I can't risk myself. Only that is to show that I do not want anything. I can't risk myself. What is risking my estimation? That is not sufficient in the plane, in that plane. So, however risk we make, this is nothing. It is regarded as nothing. We are in the relativity of such a higher thing. When the higher thing will you come to aspire after this thing? However, he may be put rest, he is independent. He does not connect with anything. He cannot be captivated. I am everywhere, I am nowhere. Everything in me, nothing in me. That is the spirit of independence there to be located, to be thought of. We are going to aspire after that thing. Who is everywhere, who is nowhere, and everything in him, nothing in him. My mystic position, try to understand. We are all in him, but yet we cannot feel that we are him. Whenever you try to notice it particularly, your failure is sure. Find out the subtle points, most subtle plane. Ocean, we have to cross over very fine and very difficult to cross. But our noble predecessors, many of them have crossed through this ocean of it. So many ancient saints of purest hearts, they have crossed this dangerous ocean and sent back with the idea, the boat through which they passed, again they are sent back here. And they keep some sign. That will sustain us in our journey towards the infinite. There is all risk, no gain, no gain. They will come to our head, to our encouragement. The different approach of Vaishnava, different type of different way, gives us different representation of the truth, and that should encourage us. They have left the trace, and by following that, though very furious and dangerous environment we have to pass through, to cross it over, but there is the solace, the consolation, the guide, the hope, and the sustenance by which we can try our fortune. So all in brain, all is something like imaginary, ideal, and all risk, no gain. Still, we can't live it. The indirect call The indirect call we can't dismiss, we can't avoid in the background of our heart. The heart is there. Yes. Whenever we will try to find out from this and help is coming, nothing, everywhere, nowhere. Everywhere, nowhere. Don't try for any tangible consequence of your labor. Then you are frustrated. You are frustrated. Your quest is not for infinite. It is for finite. It is dismissed. It will be dismissed. Your endeavor, your trial, it will be dismissed. You want something tangible, tangible for your senses, for your mind, for your senses, both external and internal. You want to feel, but it is not of that type. All these visions and experience eliminated, vacant, and then when everything is vacant, then when he will choose to touch you, you will feel this. There is something jarring, which never we hope to have experience of. Is this the most uncertain path, but we cannot do without that. Within our formation there is an element, the hankar for him. We cannot do without that. However valuable and however unattainable that may be, still have some connection, slight, faint, distant connection. You have highest care for such truth which apparently does not care for you at all. But you have the highest care for such. Can you trace it within you? Then come forward. Others are maybe indifferent. Don't care to give any connection for you to trace him. That is more deplorable. Indifference is more deplorable than to get his punishment direct. That is something. To get punishment, that is something. But indifference, that is more dangerous, obvious. Then another kind of hope and disappointment. Other one is getting him. He says that I have got something, but you are disappointed. You have to tolerate this also. In your consideration, you are fit. Some unfit person is getting, you find his touch, his grace. But you are neglected, avoided. This sort of injustice, partiality, you must be prepared for that also. Still, you have to pray for His mercy. What is higher, that is rare. This principle we must keep in our mind. What is higher, that is rare. Who are totally self-forgetful, But then I am distributing this sort of truth. Brahmatsa, who can tolerate the whole freedom on the other party. Brahmatsa, no jealousy. What does it mean by jealousy? Parasritata. Everything with him and nothing with me. Are you ready? That's all this no gain. Yes? Brahmatsa, no jealousy. Free of jealousy. That everything will be possessed by him and nothing by me. No share. Yes? If so, come forward. A new thing I am going to distribute, the harsh type of nectar, well, for you people, if you can come with such preparedness, Nirmatsaranang Satang, are not ordinary saints, but the naked, stark naked saint I want. No trace of any gain, any selfish gain. Not only that, but at the same time, the wholesale toleration that other will have everything and you will be empty. Are you ready for that? Then the highest installment is waiting for you. The highest truth, Param Sattam, the highest truth, the characteristic of highest truth is such. He does not care for anything. He is full in himself. No one, no necessity in him. But he means he has a group. He is a real God, a familiar sister. That may be your consolation. But he means he is not an abstract thing, he is concrete. He has got his family, his play, his abode, his favorites, so many included in him. He may be relieved, find some relief if he hears that. That he means not an abstract thing, but a concrete, full thing, includes in him, in his is the kingdom. The whole kingdom he maintains. He is such. He will come to know. And by coming in touch of his own play within his own camp, he will feel satisfaction. This is a peculiar type. He is playing within his own people, and you will find that you are getting some touch of that. Appetite, appreciate that. The God with his family, with his full play. It is clear when we apply in the case of our Guru and the Vaishnava, we can see a little more clearly. But when we find even one heart, it is all empty. Who can make themselves empty to the highest degree, they prepare themselves for the service of the servants of God. They have got some clue from some agent and they are satisfied with that.
So what we have to understand, when we visit all these places, they're not telling something different, actually. There's one thing going on here. There's one current. It's moving in a particular direction. And by the grace of our Guru Varga, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada, we're being given exposure and even through service and entrance into this divine flow. It's a current. It's a current of heart. That is what is that. It's not some intellectualism or some interesting stories to hear. It's a particular flow of heart. The greatest appreciation for the least. always enter in the most modest, humble way, and expressing the greatest appreciation for the least, and whatever is the will of Krishna, beyond that will come. It's so great. Vrindavan is so wonderful, so high. Radharani and Vrajagopis, an atomic presence in that plane would be sufficient for me. It must be first, if it's to be real, it must be first expressed in this way, as the least possible entrance into that plane. That shows that the aspiring servitor has some appreciation for the world that they're trying to enter into, not to come in some executive position. That is absurd. Mahaprabhu himself, Uddhava, saying, a blade of grass, the dust, and an atom, atomic presence in that soil.
Nirmatsaranam Satan. As much as I shall see myself to be substantial, I lose the chance of having the conception of the real big. The highest is for the lowest. If I can conceive my sincere self to be the lowest, so much I come in relativity of this highest, spacious, infinitely spacious highest. It is the very nature of reality. It is all independent nature of the truth. Are you ready to find that, to connect yourself with that? Then come forward.